No one really seems to understand. Not sure if I'm a woman or a man. My family's just a little weird. Your family just a little weird. My family's just a little weird. Your family just a little weird. My family's just a little weird. Your family just a little weird. My family's just a little weird. My family's just a little weird. Yeah. So this March is really cool. In 4 days I got more hugs than I got in the last 2 years. People be giving that love away. And some creeps out there trying to make you feel like hugging is faggoty or something. There ain't nothing but small minds. So, you know, indulge. You go around once, feel it, squeeze those people, smell their BO and dig it. Because, you know, that's what it's all about, checking out everyone's BO. And you know, you like other people's BOs better than others, but it's still a good thing. All right, let's get down to some serious thing. This started me. I was in other bands before I was in M.D.C. I was in a band called New Kylie and the Monroe Brothers. And then after that I was in the Solar Pigs. They were bluegrass bands. We were in Montana, believe it or not. But I got back into it really with John Wayne Was a Nazi in 1979. July 27th, he went up and died, I don't know, some cancer. Boy, John. Mr. Go out and stand at the nuclear test and tell the boys it's okay to march through. He'd walk a mile for a camel. Well, anyway, Johnny baby, we got no regrets. Well, John Wayne was a Nazi. He liked to play SS. He had a picture of Adolf the boy tucked in his cowboy vest. Well, he would string up your mama. Well, he would string up your pop. Well, he would march you up to the wall. Well, he would hang you by your last ball. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. Life evens the score. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. John Wayne slaughtered our Indian brothers. He burned their villages and raped their mothers. Now he has given them a white man lord to live by this or die by my sword. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. Life evens the score. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. John Wayne wore an army uniform. He didn't like his resin facts, it didn't conform. Great white hero had so much nerve. He lived much longer than he ever deserved. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. Life evens the score. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. Well, John Wayne killed a lot of gooks in the war, and we don't give a fuck about John Wayne anymore. We know his tale, blood and gore. Just another pawn for the capitalist whores. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. Life evens the score. He was a Nazi. Not anymore. He was a Nazi. Late show, Mexican or Indian dies. The Klan propaganda is legitimized. The hypocrite coward never fought a real fight. When I see John, I'm ashamed to be white. A deathbed Christian to this he avowed. God's alive, John, you're roasting now. Well, John, we ain't got no regrets. As long as you died your long and painful death, you were a Nazi. Not anymore, you were a Nazi. Evens the score. Go ahead, Nazi! Not anymore, he was a Nazi, but now he's dead, dead, dead. On our last last tour we got to play Big Mountain Indian Reservation. It was just cool seeing all them Indian people go, he was a Nazi. I mean, for years, one of the people would tell me they were thinking John Wayne was the hero. They didn't even believe that, you know, it was like they were watching some fake movie, but they're still cheering for John Wayne because you get so brainwashed. Killing all the Indians. Big Mountain, yeah. Big Mountain, it's a beautiful place, spiritual place. You can feel the vibes. You hang out there, boy, they are there. Spirits, real stuff. Real stuff. The government right now, they drop seeds on the ground that make this grass grow that dies in 3 weeks, and then it just turns into a desert, so it kills off all the vegetation. And your government is doing this for Peabody Coal and Colorado and Utah Power and Steel. And it's a ripoff. Alright, Aaron says the fuck Bechtel. You know Aaron, the pie man from the Yippies? This guy, one of the most infamous hippies there. You know the guy that, who'd you pie? Anita Bryant? Phyllis Schlafly. This guy's a hero in our own time.
When's the next one?
Aaron.
When's Nancy? Who's next, Aaron? LaRouche.
Well, I tell you, this one, it's about fucking Ronald McDonald and Ronnie Reagan. It's corporate death burgers. And how you spend your money is the only real fucking vote you got. Voting for Twiddly-Dee and Twiddly-Dum really ain't that much difference. I voted the last election because they wanted to quarantine all the AIDS people in California. They had an election on it, it lost. But it was worth voting for. I voted for Cranston in the meantime. What the hell. But do what you want with voting and all that, but the way you spend your money is what counts. Don't go into those fast food shithouse, fast food slow minds. You know, think about what you spend your money on. And that's what you can do as an individual. Just do it for yourself. All right. Oh well, and Ronnie laughs as billions starve and profits forever increase. Feeding all your grain to cows and children. Rest in peace. The stench of humans rotting smells just like your fish fillet. And your sign neglects to mention 50,000 starve a day. It's corporate death burgers. Ronald McDonald, corporate death burgers. Ronald McDonald, change number 5. I got my ankles deep in blood. You can make it your fucking career and sell billions every year. Golden arches and Ronnie smiles. Golden arches and Ronald smiles. Arches of gold and Ronald smiles. And Ronnie laughs as billions starve and profits forever increase. Your stenching farts as they smile, they say they try to please. Plastic chairs and fake shakes to help it all go down. Polluting children with their lies and try to control our minds. It's corporate death burgers. Ronald McDonald, corporate death burgers. Ronald McDonald, change from your 5. You got your ankles deep in blood. You can make it your career and sell billions every year. You know, they say they're Christian, but they're a fake. Multinationals are on the take. Starving children deserve the break today, Ronald. And that's what that one's all about. It's pretty easy, you know. For a couple of years, I just sat around San Francisco, and you can get real. Things aren't so bad. I got my surfboard. I'm hanging 10. I'm all right. No problems. The weather's clear, and you can almost start getting less political stuff. But every month, when I pay the landlord, it pisses me off. We pay $780 for a fucking bread box with 3 compartments. So. So it's just a fucking rip off. and property and private property, a bunch of jive shit. And paying the landlord makes me feel like shit. Yeah, do anything but pay. And that's what we had in mind when we wrote this song. We were getting thrown out of our place in San Francisco when we wrote this song. It's called Greedy and Pathetic, Forgetful Liars. You never tell the truth, you're so full of lies. The words are hollow, the depths are shallow. You lie to us for your flaw. You don't know us, we're desperate and sore. You jack the rent, can't save a cent. Money I earned is already spent. I'm sorry to say we might blow you away. Careful starting your car today. So sorry, so pathetic. And you're a liar. You a slumlord and you're a thief. Set your house on fire. We see through your office walls and your fancy chairs. We're gonna watch you crumble and you just better beware. Jack the rent, I can't save a cent. Money I earned is already spent. Oh, I'm sorry to say we're gonna blow you away. Careful starting that car today. So sorry, so pathetic. And you're a liar. You're a slumlord, Jack. You're a thief. Set your house on fire. We see through your office walls and your fancy chairs. You better watch yourself, baby. You just better beware. Why don't I can't read? Because I hate fucking work. Work, what a bunch of shit. Work, I mean, you know, doing things you like and working for things that are cool is one thing. And mindless task work to keep you busy, keep you tired is another. Another opiate for the masses. Work, 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 just a lot of jive. Work, 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 9 to 5. Tell the Mr. Bossman I say goodbye. I never want to work another day of my life. I hate work. Yes, I do, I hate work. You should too, I hate work. Yeah, yeah, I hate work. Work, work, work in a factory, sweat my life in misery. Work like that, never meant to be. Work like that is surely not for me. I hate work. Yeah, yeah, I hate work. You should too, I hate work. Ain't no clerk, I hate work. Ain't no jerk. Work, work, work away the years of your life. Work, 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 you never see your wife. Work, 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 you got your sweat and your tears. Work, 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 I lost my years. I hate work. Yeah, I do, I hate work. You should too, I hate work. Yeah, yeah, I hate work. We're not gonna work on your crummy jobs, and we're not gonna die in your stinking wars. We don't even care about your phony elections and the people you're slaughtering out. Just your reflection. Hate work. Yeah, I do. I hate work. I hope you too. Hate work. Yeah, yeah, I hate work. Don't be there, jerk. You know, so growing up, you know, I swallowed a little shit. There I was in junior high. And sure, Vietnam War was going on. I thought it was, you know, we had to be there, right? I watched all the Columbia shit on TV. And then I started smoking pot and hanging out with some people when I was 13 years old. And the rumor ran around my high school that I was smoking pot and dealing pot. And I wasn't, but they had it in their head I was. I had a marijuana petition going around. A lot of good petitions do. But made them all nervous. So one day I came to my locker at 7:45 in the morning, and the police were there. The police. Right at my locker. And there was my principal, It was my homeroom teacher, Mrs. Schaefer. Mrs. Schaefer narked on me. But anyway, it went down and from there, you know, the whole patriotic business, you know, it all, I was telling him, how about my rights? And the cop said, fuck you and your rights. And I said, oh yeah, that's right. And it's gone downhill from there. But it's a song called I Remember. Well, I remember when I first went to school, they said, son, don't be a joker, son, don't be a fool. Pledge your allegiance to the red, white, and blue. But don't expect your country to do nothing for you. They say your forefather loved you. Only had one, I watched him die in the heat of the sun, soaking up the bullets of a policeman's gun, and there ain't nothing I could do but get away. That's to the USA, we'll see you there tomorrow if I make it out of my door. WXYZ, my favorite country station, but they don't play country music anymore. I remember when I first hit the road, I was running from the lenders of the money I owed. Came to D.C., heard a knock at my door, crossing me a border and I'm running some more. Try to get me and it ain't happened yet. I'm burning my fingers on my last cigarette. They say they're gonna get me, but not yet. There ain't nothing I could do but get away. Well, to the USA, we'll see you there tomorrow if I make it out of my door. WXYZ is my favorite country station, but they don't play country music anymore. I remember all the stories I heard, how a boy's supposed to be about as free as a bird. My brother's in prison, my father he's dead, and me I'm tired living with a price on my head. I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm trying to see if there's a place in the country for a fella like me. I see my name in the paper, see my face on TV, nothing I could do but get away. That's to the USA, we'll see you there tomorrow if I make it out of my door. WXYZ is my favorite country station, but they don't play country music anymore. They don't play country music anymore. They don't play country music anymore. I gotta say this, my band says they really wish they could have been here. Frank's girlfriend's having a baby this week. I just called him on the phone, it didn't happen yet. He just couldn't leave. He really wanted to be here. And Alan Gordo say hi too. We had a good time when we played at the complex. Appreciate all the people that came. Alright, where am I? Uh-oh. This one's a women appreciation song. I wrote it at the time. I was kind of mad at myself when I wrote it. Dick for Brains. And I couldn't believe the way my passions were just carrying me into all these troubled situations. But now it's just like, I'm glad. You know, I'm glad my heart and even my dick carries me into troubled situations. It'd be a whole lot boring without it. Dick for brains, I'm just a dick for brains. You know it drives me so insane. I love you and I hate to complain. You know I love you and I swear it is true. Do anything that you want me to. I'm crying why, oh why am I your dick for brains or just a dick for brains? When I'm a woman with a clip for brains. You know I try, it's so insane. I want to be your maiden, your chauffeur too. Why do I end up feeling black and blue? I'm crying, why, honey? Why am I your dick for brains or just a dick for brains? Why am I your dick for brains? Driving me up the wall, it's insane. You know I crave your power. I pray and wait on your golden showers. I'm crying, why? Oh, why am I your dick for brains? It's just a dick for brains. Yeah. That's all there is to that one. This one I was putting together, but I kind of put it together in the last 2 or 3 days. It's called Gettin By By By. And I don't know, these people have been doing more than getting by, but it's kind of how I felt about it. I'm getting by, I'm getting high. I'm gonna turn this acoustic up, I'm gonna strum it all night. I'm getting by, I'm getting high. I'm gonna roll some doobies tonight and get stoned tonight. Well, some people think there's a limit, and Davey boy, I just don't know mine. But I'm on the peace march with some groovy folks, I'm feeling fine. And some people got someone sweet to love, and me, I'm all alone. And the last girlfriend, I can't get back to her on a telephone. But I'm getting by. I'm getting high. I'm gonna turn it all the way up. I'm gonna strum all night. I'm getting by. I'm getting high. Turn it all the way up. I'm gonna play all night. Well, some say his face was bluegrass, and others say it was rock and roll. He had a jazzy body wrapped in a country soul. So when it comes time for the transition, it's just be up to you and me to carry on the traditions of history. So we get by. We're gonna get high. We're gonna turn it all the way up and gonna play all night. We're getting by. We're getting high. We're gonna turn it all the way up and gonna get stoned tonight. And I hope I get stoned with all everybody. I got busted for pot in Zanesville, Ohio. In Zanesville. I'd given up smoking pot for 3 weeks. It drove me back to smoking pot. I'm gonna get busted for it. Someone threw some at me in, gosh, where is that? Muncie, Michigan?
Michigan, yeah!
Muskegon, Michigan. Someone threw me a nickel a pot. I threw it in my bag.
Michigan
Sure.
Ice Monster!
God, this is our karma. We decided we're gonna stay at a hotel. And this was me. We're driving down the highway and I see Holodrome and it says ping pong, sauna, whirlpools. I go, man, we gotta break down and do it. You're on the road, you feel like shit, you smell like shit, you feel like you gotta refresh. We pulled in to the Zanesville Holiday Inn. Well, we had our ping pong, I took my sauna. And it was feeling beautiful. We were going out the door, and sure enough, there was a cop there with a badge as we were driving up the driveway. And all of a sudden, a dragnet comes in, and they got guns and freeze, motherfucker, every one of you up, out of the van, and hands on the van. What a feeling. And sure enough, they just pull out my bag, and they go right to the Band-Aid case where I put it. I didn't even think about it. I'm thinking smug, I got nothing. And he finds it and he goes, this. And he looks at me, this. And I go, oh shit. And then, I won't say whether it happened or not, but they accused one of the people in my band of swallowing a controlled substance. Swallowing a controlled substance. And they shipped his ass right off to jail. I mean, people since then have said, they can't do that. They can do that. They didn't even charge him, and they held him in that Zanesville County fucking piss shit jail for 5 days in the special room, and they examined his poo. They went through his poo, every shit he took, looking for the packet of, they thought it was crack. M.D.C, you know, the C's for crack. Well, meanwhile, they go through our van, and they find our 100 millions of dead cops shirts and our buttons. And they look at me and they look at the manager of the band. They look at me and I look at the manager because at that point I always act like I'm the roadie. I don't sing for those motherfuckers. Shit no, I'm hitching. And the manager looks at me like, you fuckhead, but okay. And he looks at the cop straight in the face and goes, we are a pro-police band. And we are worried that millions of dead cops are going to happen unless the things in the world change. We're worried about the police in South Africa. We're worried about the police in Guatemala. We're worried about the police in South Korea, Philippines, and we're worried about you. And we're doing this for you. And the cop who busted me, he had my same birthday. My birthday, December 4th, he was a year older than me, which will be a year of the squat in New York City that I stayed at. And Julian Scott and all those other wonderful people squat. It's a year-long squat. That's styling accommodations. Anyway, that cop looked at us and he said, it could be construed to mean something else. I tried to look surprised. And they didn't even see the half-clan, half-cop with the gun. I just left it at that, and I chirped it. It also means multi-death corporation, because the corporation's gonna change, or you'll get hurt. And at that point, they just hung with it, and they just put us back in the cell. And I spent 1 day in jail. Frankie spent 5 days in fucking jail. They didn't arrest him, only until we hired some hot shit lawyer up the bucks. Lawyers do eat their young. And they sat around and kissed each other's ass until they worked out $1,500 out of our assholes. And all of a sudden he was released. And he was never busted for anything. I'm the guy that got the pot charge. And he was released. And they never found anything in his doo-doo. So we finished our tour. Yeah. So be careful out there in America, KKK. It ain't all the East Coast and the West Coast. There's a pit out there in the middle. There's a pit out there. Lincoln, Nebraska. Stinking in Lincoln jail. I got busted in Lincoln, Nebraska on this tour too. They came and closed down our show. Just I'm about to do the first song. I'm about to start, we're here to warn you, and all of a sudden the microphone goes out and the policeman is standing in front of me going, get off the stage, get out of the club, leave town. And so I said, okay. I just went and grabbed my acoustic, went on the sidewalk. And I did Chicken Squawk and a few other things, and right in the middle of John Wayne was a Nazi, baby. He busted me. He busted me and took me to jail. But those sweet people in Lincoln got me out of jail. They came down that night with my bail money. Sure, everyone's cheering for you when you're getting arrested. Let's see if they're at the jail with the bail money. Who loves you, baby? Lincoln, Nebraska. All right, this one's, my band said, Davey boy, you gotta write a love song, dude. Everyone thinks you're the coldest, hard-ass motherfucker out there. Don't you got no love in your heart? Yes. I got love. I love tofu. I love Tofutti. That cold, creamy stuff they sell out of the machines. We got them in California, New York City. It's smooth and creamy. So we decided just to work it out and write a little love song to Tofutti. And we spoke, well, we didn't speak to Little Richard, but we stole it anyway. We took his tune. Rudy Tutti Tofutti. Bop bappity bop ba dap bam boom tutti frutti. Oh Rudy, holy moly, guacamole. What do you say to tempeh? Well hey baby, it's crazy. Rudy Tutti Tofutti. Bop bappity bop ba dap bam boom. That's right. We got shakes and we ain't eat no steaks. Sweet and dreamy, sweet on top, sweet and creamy. I just can't stop. Give me a pint, make it a quart. I just can't quit now. Once I start tutti frutti, Tofutti. Holy moly, guacamole. What do you say to tempeh? Well, hey, baby, it's crazy. Rudy Tutti, Tofutti. Bop, babbity, bop, ba da bam, boom. So that's my love song. But don't get me wrong, I got lots of love in my heart. I love cartoon animals. Hey, did you see my new tattoo? Styling. This is from Dr. Blood of UPS, useless pieces of shit. Foghorn Leghorn, whoa when I say whoa. I couldn't handle one of them scary dragons and snakes and stuff. I went fun tattoo. So anyway, this one's for all them chickens. Ooh. Ever been in chicken farm? Ever seen them chop off the beaks? Ooh, some cold ass shit. Every time I come into the store and I'm seeing them chickens by the door, but eating them dead birds really just ain't for me. 'Cause I don't eat roast beef or fish, and pork and pig, they're just not my dish. I just wanna set all my chickens free. Well, in chicken circles, it's Adolph Perdue. He wants to feed fellas chickens to you, but I don't take orders from Colonel Saunders, do you? I don't wanna eat no hens, not even every now and then. I just wanna go and set all my chickens free. Well, I'm wishing Daffy a lot of luck, 'cause the Elmer Fuds are out a hunting up. They're dreaming about a little fricassee. And Bugs Bunny, he's a friend of mine. Eating him, I feel like Frankenstein. So go ahead and set your chickens free. Everyone feel free. A book, a book, a book. A book, a book, a book, a book, a book, a book, a book. Book, a book, a book, a book, a book, a book, a book. Book, a book, a book, a book. A book, book, book. Just a swing to the east, then swing to the west. Just swing with them chickens that you love best. Come on down and do the chicken squawk with me. Well, Foghorn Leghorn, he wrote to me. He said, Davy boy, you okay with me because you learned how to set your chickens free? So be it Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve, and I'm giving all my turkeys a reprieve, 'cause ain't no fowl got to die for me. He goes a book, 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 book, a book, a book, a book, a book. Swinging to the east, then swinging to the west, just swinging with them chickens that you love best. Come on down and do the chicken squawk with me. So no matter what the time or the place of the weather, us the birds of a feather, we's a sticking together. Emancipate them little chickadees. So swing it to the east and swing it to the west, just swing with them chickens that you love best. Just come on down and do the chicken squawk with me. Here goes the book, a 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 book, 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 a book, a book, a book, a book. Swing it to the east and swing it to the west, just swinging with them chickens that you love best. Come on down and do the chicken squawk with me. So just come on down and do the chicken squawk with me. Whoa, when I say whoa. So that's all there is. Thanks a lot for letting me be part of it. These last 4 days have been some of the best 4 days of my life. We only have being freezing outside and sweating, no place to take a shit, no place to shit. It had its little moments, but it was some high feelings, and I'm glad I got to share with all you people in D.C. Fun and the Peace March right on, and I really appreciate it. So you all take care, and me too, and we'll be back in the spring, and we're kicking ass, and I'm trying as hard as I can. That's all, and I love you. That's all. Bye-bye. Oh, the greatest Army of God coming up. Agnostic Front. Beta Band Change. The greatest. These guys are something else. And Doc of the Crucifix. Glad to be here.